Welcome to Cook30 for Kids. I'm Jeremy Dixon from the Revive Cafes in Auckland, New Zealand, and today I'm going to share with you some amazing food that you can cook in your very own home, inspired from my cafes and cookbooks. We're going to be using healthy, whole food ingredients so you can grow up with energy and vitality and health so you can do God's will in your life. And today we have two very special guests on the program. Welcome to Sam and Chloe. Hi guys.
Hi.
Great to have you. So firstly, Sam, where do you come from?
I come from Mississippi.
Mississippi, that's great. And what do you do at school? What are your favourite things at school?
I like swimming and singing.
Swimming and singing, that's great. And do you do them both at the same time?
No, but that would be very complicated.
You should try it sometime, it could be fun.
Probably so.
You could start a new kind of style of music.
Wow, I didn't think about it that way.
And Chloe, where do you come from?
I come from Nashville, Tennessee.
The home of country music. And what do you get up to at school? What do you
I
like?
like science.
Science, I love science. So what's your favourite science experiment?
Well, I like to crush a can with water.
You crushed a can with water? How do you do that? You just pour water on a can and it crushes it.
Well, you put a little water in a can, and then you put it on the stove, and then you wait for the water to boil, and then you put it in ice cold water.
Yes.
And then it crushes.
Really? That's fantastic. The more I study science, the more I see how amazing God has created this world. There's just so many interesting stuff in science, isn't there? It's just fantastic. Well, we better get into cooking now. So what is on the menu today?
Well, we have Asian Tofu Tacos with lime lettuce mingle.
And for dessert, we have creamy mango ice cream. I love ice cream. Don't you, Sam?
Sounds delicious.
Okay, we better get into some cooking. Does that sound like a delicious menu?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great. We're going to show you guys how easy it is to make delicious, healthy food. Now, before we start, one important principle of cooking is to make sure we kind of get prepared. You can't just rock up to a kitchen any old time and make delicious food. A little bit of planning goes a long way. We've got a clear counter here. We've got a pan on the stove there. We've got a chopping board ready, ingredients out, great attitude, and we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to make tofu tacos.
Wow.
So the first ingredient for those is going to be tofu. Have you guys tried tofu before?
Not really.
Okay.
I have.
You have? Okay, well let's just give it a little bit of a go, see what you think of it. So the tofu comes like this, you get it from the supermarket, and basically it's just soybeans, and it normally comes with water, so I'm just going to drain it out here. Just drain the water out, and it comes in a big slab like this. Does that look beautiful?
Yeah. Well,
Not really, does it?
not really.
So do you want to try a bit? Have a little go, have a little bit of a try and see what you think. Tell me what you think it tastes like. This is tofu, this is scary, these guys are adventurous. Okay, you don't like it?
No.
Okay, well our job today, we're going to make this tofu taste amazing, okay? So you can throw it in the rubbish bin, probably want to clean your hands there. Wash your hands. Then wash your hands before, which is great. Okay, not a good start to this program, but we're going to make this tofu taste amazing. That's our job today, and that's what chef's job is. You take boring ingredients, add lots of flavours and things to them, and make them taste amazing. You guys not feeling sick or anything? Okay, so we'll just drain this one out as well. We're going to use 2 packs of tofu. I'm just going to turn on the this guy here and get the gas going. So firstly, I'll get you to chop it up, and we're just actually going to crumble it. So I'll give you a one of these each, and if you can basically crumble it into this pan. So all you do is just pick half and just basically go like this. Can you do that? It's in the chunks. So I'll give you guys a one each, and if you can just crumble it in there into big chunks. You might pick off little bits off the end rather than try to do the whole lot at once, but I love your enthusiasm there, Sam. That's great, but just pick off little bits. We're just going to crumble it in. So tofu is made from soybeans, which is a high protein product, and is a great alternative to meat. And as these guys showed, it actually tastes really, really horrible when you eat it raw, but we're going to inject so many flavours into this that it is going to be delicious. So we'll just clear the counter here. So the gas is on. So this is currently full of water. So what we're doing when you cook things, it's all about basically releasing water. So tofu is soybeans and water. By cooking it, the steam will come out, water will be released, it'll kind of become firmer, more flavoursome, become a little bit brown, and will start to become more flavoursome with the other ingredients. I'm going to add some oil, probably around about 1 tablespoon of oil, just to help it to cook. And Sam, your job shortly will be to stir that, just to keep it stirring so it becomes nice and cooked through.
You got it.
That's great. So just clean the water off the bench there, or counter as you guys call it in America. In New Zealand we call it a bench. I called it a bench here when I first came to America. No one knew what I was talking about. So we want to add some flavour to this. So we're going to make a marinade. So if you want to keep stirring that, and yeah, you can just wash your hands over there, and you've got some towels here. So we've got it on high, and this will probably take around about 5 to 10 minutes, I think, to do. So when you're stirring, I'll give you a little bit of a tip. Have you stirred before?
No.
Oh wow, so you're a first-time cook?
Yes.
Fantastic, that's great. So this guy's going to learn a lot today. And what about you, Chloe? Have you cooked before?
I have.
So we have got today an expert chef in the kitchen and a first-time cook, and that is fantastic because we can then show you that Chloe is going to learn some new skills, and Sam is going to. I'm going to show you how a first-time cook can cook things. And does your mother let you cook in the kitchen?
No.
Really? She never lets you in the kitchen?
No.
Well, after today, she is going to have you in the kitchen cooking all your meals for your family. Is that going to be a big change?
That's great.
Great. So when you're stirring, you want to basically you want to lift things up. So basically get nice and low and deep and pull things up like that. So we don't want to just be kind of playing with it on the top. We want to be stirring and getting under it and moving it around, okay?
Okay.
So give that a whirl.
Yes, sir.
So, Chloe, I'll get you to make a marinade. Now, a marinade is kind of like a sauce with lots of flavour. So that tofu tasted pretty average, so we're going to make it taste amazing with a marinade.
Okay.
So I'm going to get you to put some things in here. So in this marinade, we're going to add some tamari or soy sauce. So if you can put in there, just check the recipe, so 4 tablespoons, so that's a tablespoon measure.
Okay.
And when you're measuring out, you want to make sure you're measuring up, you've probably done this before, so it's basically level on the top. So if you can put 4 tablespoons in there, that'd be great to make a nice marinade. The second ingredient is ginger, and ginger is a favourite ingredient of mine. It can come as a big kind of block or a root, but you can find in the supermarket these little ginger things that are pre kind of cut for you, which makes life a lot easier. And we want 2 tablespoons of ginger. That's great. Oh, great measuring there. That's awesome. Nice and accurate. You definitely had experience. So what do you like cooking in the kitchen, Chloe?
My favorite is cookies.
Cookies! And what flavour cookies?
I like chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip cookies. Anything else you cook?
I like to make cupcakes.
Cupcakes? Oh, brilliant. So you like stuff that looks good and tastes good. Well, that's great. Well, those things may not be healthy all the time, but I'll show you some good healthy stuff today. Well, you got some there. And you've got 2 tablespoons of ginger.
Okay.
So if you want, you can just get the normal ginger and chop it up yourself, but this is a much easier way. Fantastic. We're also going to use some lime and lemon juice. And limes and lemons have amazing flavour. They're a little bit acid, but they just really add a nice tartness and kind of round off dishes. So we're going to use some of those. So I'll just chop these in half. And see if you can got the strength to squeeze these guys in there. So you want around about 2 tablespoons of each.
Okay.
Cool, excellent. Squeeze it in there. It's going everywhere. Now you're good. There's a little bit extra, it doesn't matter. Whoop, we've dropped the spoon. Oh, nice one. There's plenty more over there if you want to start with a new one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're going to wash that one. Brilliant. Good stirring there, by the way. For a first-time stirrer, you are doing awesome.
Thanks.
How's it going there? You feeling at one with the food? Are you kind of becoming, you feeling that kind of chef thing coming on for you?
I think so.
Excellent. That's great. Marinade, so lemons and limes. And we're also going to add some honey or some sweetener. So you can use honey, you can use date puree, you can use agave, so some kind of healthy sweetener rather than using, raw processed sugar. Oh, coming on really well. Look at that. I'll just get these in here, so I'll squeeze in these ones. So you've got 2. That's probably close enough. These kind of recipes are it's not like baking where everything has to be exact. And I'll just squeeze in. These lemons are really hard. And I'm squeezing it through my finger to catch the pips there. So because you don't want pips in your food, they're kind of a little bit crunchy. That's probably about 1 tablespoon and 2 tablespoons. So these are you can be very rough here. And if you can start putting in 2 tablespoons of honey.
Okay.
So So as you can see, these are very flavoursome ingredients that is going to kind of infuse into the tofu. When the tofu gets hot, it will just suck these flavours right in. Now we're also going to add a little bit of heat. Do you guys like having hot food?
No.
Not
Just
really?
a little bit.
Not really.
Just a little bit. So the good thing about this is, or any kind of food, is you can control how much heat you want. Some people like scorching, burning food. I think it's a little bit crazy myself. But I just like sometimes a little bit of heat in a dish. It may not even actually taste hot, but it just kind of rounds it off nicely. So again, this is optional. So we've got some, you can use either fresh chilies, but these Thai red curry pastes are really good as well. So they come from Thailand. They're a mix of chilies and other things. You've got to watch out. Some of them are full of shrimps and fish things, which you don't want. But this one here is a really good one that doesn't have any. So we're going to put in just a little bit. I'm just going to put in like half a teaspoon. Just that much there. We'll just get a little bit of heat, a little bit of flavour. So you can put that in there. And if you can start stirring it around, give that a bit of a mix around. Lovely. So as you can see, there's some water developing here on the bottom. Doing a great job there. For a first-time chef, isn't he doing amazing? Lovely stirring, getting everything cooked. We've got it on high. Give it a good stir around. Just have a little bit of a tidy up here. So Sam, have you cooked anything in the kitchen before? Anything at all?
Nothing.
Nothing? Nothing ever? You haven't ever burnt anything?
Except for popcorn.
Popcorn. Well, that kind of counts. Excellent. So here we have this marinade, all lovely and done. So it's a really nice, full of that ginger, chilli, lemon, lime. It's just going to be, and the tamari or soy sauce. Tamari or soy sauce is a very similar thing. And that will just basically make that taste amazing. So what's next on the list? So that, this needs to probably have another couple of minutes there, so I'll keep cooking that there, keep stirring, and that water will come out and that'll start to brown up eventually.
Okay.
So meanwhile, we want to have the filling. So in the taco, we want to make, have some lettuce. So you want something fresh in the dish as well. So we'll just, let's get lettuce out here. What do you call this kind of lettuce? Where I come from, they call it an iceberg lettuce. Is that what you call it here? Or it's just lettuce? Just lettuce? Okay, just lettuce. So just a nice crisp lettuce. And this is going to be the filling here. So we're going to just not use lettuce. We're going to put a little kind of a bit of a dressing on it to make it taste extra special. Now I'll tell you where these tacos came from. There's a craze in California whereby, have you heard of the taco trucks in California? So basically in California, when you go there, there's on the side of the street, there's all these taco trucks where people come and they get tacos on the side of the street in these big kind of vans. And there's one that started up there called a Korean taco truck, and it became so popular, it just popped up in random places, and people would come from miles around to find it. Then it would disappear. Then it would turn up 2 days later, and everyone would be on their Facebook and Twitter saying, it's tofu truckers in this address. Everyone would go for miles around to find it because they had amazing tasting tacos.
So cool.
Exactly, with like an Asian flavour. So because tacos are normally Mexican, and these were kind of all very Asian flavours, so it was something different. But they had a tofu or a vegetarian one. So I got to try one once, and this is kind of my version of their great taco, their tofu taco. So this is where it came from, and I think mine tastes just as good. So I'm just going to slice off some lettuce here, and this is the filling that's going to go in the taco. I'm going to make this a bit extra special as well, so I'll just chop it up there. Lettuce is actually one of the most dangerous things to chop. In my cafes, if the people that get knife cuts, it's always doing lettuce because it seems so easy, but somehow it seems to get you when you're not expecting it. So we'll just kind of chop. I'll use a big knife. I like using a bigger knife like this. We're just going to chop it up. As you can see, this is really lovely and crisp lettuce. Just chop it up so it's nice and edible. Not too small, not too perfect. And we call this kind of rustic cooking. So it's not every individual piece is the same, just lots of different kind of textures and colours. Put that in there. Like that. And I'll just check my recipe, see what's on there. So on this we're going to add, what do you guys call these?
Onions.
Onions, cool. What do they say? Green onions. We call them spring onions, and there are different names for them. So I'll just going to wash those in the sink a little bit, give them a little bit of a wash, and we'll put some in there as well. And also on this we're going to have some more lime juice, so I'll just add some lime juice here. Like that. And we're also going to add, it's a little bit more tamari, so it's going to have a few similar ingredients than the other one, but just enough just to give it a little bit of extra sparkle, a little bit of flavour. Great, and can I get you to chop some of these? So if you can I'll just start you off. So when you chop them, I'll just give you a little knife. So we'll chop the ends off, and if you can just chop them like this, make sure you go all the way through and keep your finger well away. How's that? So if you can chop those up nice and finely. So and when you're chopping, you want to be slicing. You don't want to push down, you want to be slicing through. So try and use the knife to do the work. Fantastic. Lovely. You're slicing backwards, that's fine. Some people slice forwards, some people slice backwards. Lovely, look at that. So keep slicing that. And that's the lettuce kind of almost nearly done. Let's have a check on the tofu. How's it looking?
Looks good to me.
That's great. Good stirring there. Still a bit more moisture in there. We'll probably leave it another couple of minutes and then we'll add the dressing. That's looking great. So you think you're almost ready to try it again? I haven't put you off tofu for life?
I think so.
But when you taste these, you'll know that they're amazing. So look at that.
Yeah.
Very good product. Okay, beautifully cut there. Look at that. If you want to put that in with the lettuce, that's great. Yep, put it in there. And that's the lettuce done. And we've made a fantastic start on our tacos. If you've just joined us on Cook30 for Kids, we're having so much fun in the kitchen. We have Sam from Mississippi and Chloe from Tennessee. Guys, what is on the menu today?
Asian Tofu Tacos with lime lettuce mingle. Wow!
And for dessert, creamy mango ice cream. I cannot wait to try it.
We're making excellent progress here. So let's have a look at this tofu here. Look at that. For a first time stirrer, you have done amazing. Look at this, first time cook. You've got a little bit on here, but I think you've kept most of it in the pan, so that's good.
Thanks.
So you always get a little bit outside of it. So what we're going to do now, and you can do this for us, is pour this marinade over. And this is what's going to make this tofu taste amazing. Yep, pour it all in. Okay, Sam, give it a stir.
You got
You can
it!
hear it bubbling. So that tofu is just sucking in all those wonderful flavours to turn it from something that before tastes really bland to something that's going to taste awesome. So keep stirring, that's brilliant. So we now need to start making a taco. So we're going to turn this other gas on here. Whoop, whoa, nearly got there. And we're going to use these corn tortillas. Tortillas, sorry, I keep getting these mixed up. So see these? So these are made from corn and then just lovely little tortillas. And we're going to make tacos out of these. Now these come in the supermarket, just shelf stable like that. You don't need to keep them in the fridge. But we want to, they're kind of a little bit kind of rubbery and a little bit boring. So we want to just kind of give them a little bit of extra life. So what we're going to do is, I'll show you guys, is we've got some water here. And all we're going to do is basically get the tortilla, give it a spray of water and put it in a hot pan, spray the other side, and it just needs a couple of seconds in this hot pan, and that will just give it a bit of energy and life, soften it up and make it really yummy. So perhaps if I could get you to look after that, so if you're going to come around here, I'll give you some tweezers or some tongs to lift it up so you don't burn your fingers. So just when it gets, so all it needs is a couple of seconds, so you can feel the heat there. We've got to spray it, give it a bit of a turn, just a couple of seconds, that just kind of brings it to life. So I'll just give you a little bit of a plate here to put them on as well. So you can just put them in there when they're done. There you go, yep, that's ready to go. Just probably about 10 seconds aside. So see if you can lift it out, put it on the pan. Excellent. Yep, that's cool. So remember, get the other one, I'll bring them over for you. And remember, don't forget to spray them before you put them on. So spray one side, oops, and then spray it there. Brilliant. And just get those just warming up and a little bit moist. So we're making excellent progress here. So what we're going to do with those is we're now going to make them into tacos. And this is the easy part. So we've got our wonderful lettuce lime mingle here, all those flavours. So what we do is we grab one of these. I'll grab some of these finished ones. Well, you've done one already. Oop, that one fell apart a little bit. And we're just going to, all we do is put them there. We just grab a little bit of this lovely stuff here and just layer it on there, and you only need just probably a little spoonful, And then we're going to layer a little bit of this on top. And we're going to add a few other things just for a little bit of extra colour. So we've got some cherry tomatoes and some avocado just to add a little bit of extra colour to go on top. So I'm just going to just chop these up into half just to add a bit of extra. So probably about that type of thing on there. And we'll just layer them out and lift them up and they become tacos. Beautiful. So we've got a production line going here. Look at that. Brilliant. Wonderful. So just warmed up enough to go. So we'll just layer them out like this. Get some of this stuff here that is stirring wonderfully.
What did we put in the tofu?
And that there?
Yeah.
We put that marinade in there that made it taste so good.
Oh.
So we'll turn this down now. I'll get you guys to taste it shortly, just to prove that it does taste good. So remember, this tasted really, really boring when we started.
Yeah.
So hopefully, and that's what chefs do, is make food taste amazing. A little bit of lettuce. So this is kind of a different departure from your traditional Mexican tacos. Drop some of these guys here. I'll put a bit of avocado and cilantro on later as well.
I sure hope it tastes better.
It's good.
Tofu that we first tasted awful.
Well, let's try some. Let's got a spoon here. Give it a bit of a taste. Hope it's not too hot. Try a little bit of that. Give it a bit of a blow before you taste it. And you try some as well. Just give it a blow, don't burn your lips. What does it taste like?
Delicious.
It's really good.
It's really good.
It is, eh? And that 10-15 minutes ago, that was just like a boring block of just boringness. And we've added all this flavour to it to make it taste awesome. What do you think?
It's really good.
It's good, eh?
Amazing.
There you go. Something as bland as tofu can taste amazing with a little bit of flavour and care.
Almost better than candy.
And that is saying something. Okay, mango ice cream. I'm going to park that there for a second. So if you can get the bananas and the mango from the freezer over there. Thank you very much. We've got a couple of minutes here to make this ice cream, and it is so quick. So we've got a food processor here. This is the one with the S blade. And what we're going to do is just add these ingredients. Wonderful. So here we've got some frozen mango. Get it from your supermarket, so we're going to plop that in. We're going to add the banana, and what we've got here, if you guys have a look here, is we have put banana in the freezer and just frozen it. As you can see, it is...
Frozen still.
It is, exactly. So if you can put that in the blender, if you want to break it up and put it in the food processor there. We're going to add some, we can add any kind of flavour we want. I'm just going to add some maple syrup, just to give a little bit of sweetness. Depending on your mango or banana, you may not need any. And to make it creamy, we're going to add some cashew nuts. So we're going to add half a cup of cashew nuts. So this just looks like mango, banana, cashew nuts and maple syrup, but when we blend it, it is going to turn into mango ice cream. So I'll put the lid on wherever that's gone. And this can take a couple of minutes. That should be enough there. So about probably 2 bananas. And let's get blending and see what happens. You can see it racing around there. It's coming along. It can take a couple of minutes sometimes to do it. And you may have to have some water, but eventually it will get there. And it will end up looking something like this. Check that out.
Wow.
Have a little bit of a try and see what you think. Dig in and have a go. So this is creamy mango ice cream. What do you think?
It's really good.
Delicious.
It's pretty good, eh? So now we want to put it into these lovely glasses over there. Chloe, if you can get those glasses. And we're going to take the blade out so we don't cut ourselves. And present it really nicely. Presentation's really important. So we're not just going to whack this on a plate. We're going to put these in some beautiful glasses. Here we go. One glass. Another glass like this. And then we're going to actually get some pistachio nuts. I'm just going to chop them up a little bit. Not sure if you can see that there at all. And sprinkle them on top. And this will make it look even more amazing as well. So you've got presentation and you've got this beautiful mango creamy ice cream. What do you think, guys?
Looks great.
Looks so good.
And we'll finish those tacos during the break. And there you have, in just 30 minutes, this delicious meal with Asian tofu tacos and this amazing mango ice cream. Have you guys had fun today?
I had a blast.
It was amazing.
Yes. Can you say grace for us, Sam?
Sure can. Dear Lord, help this food to nourish and strengthen our bodies so that we'll have energy to praise you. In your Son, Jesus' name, I do pray. Amen.
Amen. Okay, let's try some of these. Go and grab it here. Just pick it up with your hands like that, and they come alike. There you go. Don't grab the one next to it. They're a little bit messy. But you just give it a bit of a try.
This is really good.
I know. The
At
flavour.
first, the raw tofu tasted so disgusting. Now, it's delicious.
And that's what cooking is all about. And that's all we've got time for today. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time on Cook30 for Kids!